Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, welcome back to Terra Tec. They just popped out another update, just actually last week. They introduced a new campaign boss, I guess. I'm not sure if it's a boss fight or if it's just a campaign guy. But it's this giant cube. Heck. There's a bunch of new blocks and other things in here. So I've spent the better part of a little bit of this morning, building a flying tech. Not this one. I just have to say hello to the interlopers that are hanging around my base. Always got to be somebody whenever I come back in the game. They're beaming in around the perimeter here. Okay, anyhow, what I made is a little flying kind of a bomber type aircraft. See if I can back this thing up in here. I just want to keep a couple of things here at my main build. I'm going to pack this one away. That's not what I wanted to do. Fine. I'm going to have to replace my little scout car here with something a bit better. Load. There it is, Stumpy Pigeon. Now we're just going to move it back here and charge the batteries up, because there's one thing you don't want, is to go flying around with dead batteries. Now this one's my first attempt at a medium-sized flyer. It's sporting four my favorite weapon, the cruise missile, plus a couple of smaller missile bombs. It's not exactly the most creative thing. And I didn't save my changes from the last I made a whole bunch of changes to it because I was having issues with this version and I didn't save them. Are you kidding me? The good thing is I can remember what I did. Okay, I'm just gonna have to. Okay, let's hope that was all the modifications correctly done. And again, this time I gotta remember, update the snapshot. I could have sworn I did that last time, but apparently I didn't. So, we're going to try this again. I want to say hello to the Stumpy Pigeon. We're not going to say which version this one is. But it's a bomber, if you will. Make sure my control surfaces are actually functioning the way they're supposed to. This is the problem I had earlier. These controls here were functioning opposite of what they're supposed to. It's okay for the tail feathers because if I push up, I want these to push down and vice versa. But it's no good when I'm flying but I had to add an extra thruster onto it too. 4 thrusters plus the ions weren't doing it, but the added thruster seems to have given me a bit of flight control here. So let's see if we can take off. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here. Oh, I don't care about the delivery crate. It kind of settles, like it flies fairly good, level and flat. It does tend to drop slightly, so you're always having to nose up. But that's okay. And of course, thrust just immediately pitches upward and starts to climb, which is great if you're trying to get altitude quickly, because you can literally start going vertical, force yourself nose down, and you're high altitude already. So that makes it really nice for flying. Of course, your perspective doesn't help much. Now for ground combat, of course, you're so high up that firing missiles, you kind of have to get a strafing run on them. So it's very hard to tell, and getting an attack run on something could be a little difficult. But I mean, it doesn't exactly move fast, and it's not as nimble as some of the other fighters. But I'm kind of relying on firepower. Of course, landings are another story. We won't talk about those, though. We'll pick up these random blocks of pieces that are laying around here. Need to start putting magnets on crap just to suck these blocks up from all the crap that keeps falling in here. Go away. Anyhow, we have the mission, if you will, to go and fight this block cube. I've already got the mission, the almighty cube. So I want to go and deal with this guy, but I'm thinking what I'll do is I'm going to take the tank and I'm going to put the tank in storage just in case I need that. So let's jump into this. We'll take a snapshot of this because I have no idea what condition this is in right now. And then jump back into the Pigeon here. Store the tank. Store the tank. Thank you. I'm going to leave the manufacturing base here alone and hope that nothing comes and bothers it. I'm going to leave the guards here. This and this station I think I'm going to put away. That one was one that I'd picked up off of a raid and I just moved over. These two little things work great, although they do need repair bubbles on them. Flip this guy around the other way. Line ourselves up behind it. Scroll out a little bit. Close the inventory manager. Hit the thrusters and let's go find the giant cube. put an altimeter on this thing. Going to load over to something a little bit less okay. I forgot how much fun it was to maneuver this thing. Almighty cube here. Now I don't know if I can actually use a bombing attack mission on the cube. But I'm going to attempt it if I can find it. And now of course because I've changed text, find quick power. There we go. Deploy this one. Put this down and charge ourselves up. Hopefully. Otherwise, I may have to do is come in with a tank on this one. I don't know if this is supposed to be a tank, straight up tank old battle. If that's the case, then I may have to actually take the time to manufacture a tank for this. But we'll see if the aircraft can do the trick. Okay, our shields have charged. And I'm moving out of the air. Yeah, doing it in a aircraft might not be the best way to do it because I have too limited of a field of flight. Oh, come on. Adventure of the trees. Okay, we're just going to quickly switch back to our default tank thing here. Just because we can't drive through trees. And in order to do this mission, I have to trigger the mission by being in the mission zone. So as soon as I get through the trees and back to the mission site, I'll try this again. I'm gonna build a tank. I'm gonna take a few minutes here and try building a tank for this mission, which isn't too big of a deal. It's just going to take a while. So unfortunately my base is further away. So we'll recharge this, and I mean, I could do them with this. Because my #1 Saturday morning punch on this thing is a little bit, got a little bit of kick to it. So let's just quickly grab up some weapons here, and I just want to add a few toys to this cannon. Okay, we've patched up the old tank mobile here and put a couple of little more pew-pew guns on it. I'm not sure what all of them are, but hey, what the heck. They're guns, they make holes in things. That's all that matters. So yeah, we can't do it with the aircraft, but we sure the heck can do it with a gun. Come on. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? What's the... What's the trigger for this then? I'm in the challenge area. 20 seconds for this challenge. Get ready. Go. Mighty Cube has fallen. Smashed to pieces. You're so kind. Bye. So there was the Mighty Cube. It took a few seconds to figure out, but hey, we got it. We had fun. Is this a new tank tread? Or is this an old tank tread? Kind of interested in that. It's hard to say. Build menu, treads, continuous track middle, was that what I just picked up? Because that was a old tread, I've had that one before. But apparently there's supposed to be some new armor block pieces. Maybe they're available at my base. I don't know. What I'm going to do is swap back over to something that can fly. Recharge your batteries. And head back over to base. And there we go. Swap back over to the tank, and we're back at the base. So let's switch over to our GeoCorp. I believe all the new blocks are GeoCorp ones. And I should have a GeoCorp. There we go. We can order them. Mighty front armor blocks. a mega reactor battery. And that was it, eh? So it's 3 armor blocks, a top, a side, and a front armor block, and a new battery. Cool. So that's gonna do it for TerraTec for this week, kids. Hope you're enjoying. See you on the next episode, and good night for now.